Yo, 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 welcome back to Brandon Smooth TV. I am back at you with another review. Another Amazon Prime show. I think it's the number one show on Amazon Prime now, and it's a series called Them. Now, Them follows a black family back in the 1950s who are leaving the South and migrating west, of course, attempt to leave racial oppression, and really just venture out for a better life. Um, it's ten episodes, and I don't really even know where to begin. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've read part of the slave narratives, and I've also um, seen a lot of these movies. We've been watching them since we was kids. Roots, Amistad, Rosewood, fucking Beloved, Color Purple, newer ones like 12 Years a Slave. I don't need to see any more black torture. I don't even need to see no more trauma. I know about it. I can turn on the news and still see it today. So them them had one of the most graphic scenes in episode 5 that I've ever seen. Something that you can't erase out of your mind, and it's like I don't understand how people can be that evil and torture people. So starting off with episode 1, like I said, the husband is an engineer and he moves out west. Brand new neighborhood, of course, predominantly white neighborhood. They're the only black family on the block. And immediately when they arrive, they're greeted with looks of disdain, hatred, just pure evil. The one of the main antagonists is the neighbor across the street with the blonde hair, and she just wants to get these Negroes out of their neighborhood. Even though they didn't say nothing to nobody, ain't talked to nobody, haven't done nothing to be unfriendly. Just simply because they're black, they have to get the hell out of here. And what happens is throughout the series, you start seeing these families actually moving to other areas. Now, the series is deep because what it does is, I don't think it's necessarily like follows one in particular, story. They kind of combine different elements. The oldest daughter's name is Ruby, kind of like Ruby Bridges, and I noticed that was an Easter egg because she had to go to her high school, being the only African American female there, and dealing with a lot of just bigotry and just racial oppression. It was just jacked up to the point to where she wants to, and psychologically, she wants to be white. That way, she won't get treated bad by the kids. And there's even a scene where she covers her entire body in white paint, and then goes to the pep rally and does a cheerleading dance just to try to fit in. This shit's gross. I can't make this shit up. Now, the mother, which is very unfortunate because the first scene they show is this ugly ass, the hills have eyes, mutant looking old lady come and start singing some crazy songs about Black Joe, some old slavery bullshit songs. And we end up finding out that she came back with two hillbilly dudes and they raped the wife, which is the main character. And then as they were raping her, they stuffed her infant baby in a pillowcase and called it cat in the bag and basically swung this baby around, an infant child. They swung this baby around in a pillowcase and murdered the baby, and then just left it on the floor and just skipped and walked out like it was just a normal day. That's it. That's just horrible. Now, the father, of course, has to deal with racism when he goes to work. He's an engineer, and basically he was working on a big case. This is back when the Pentagon, I don't know if it was being designed, I don't know if they were working on certain facilities inside of the Pentagon, but he got demoted for not doing somebody else's work, and it was driving him so mad that he wanted to kill his boss. If you see his boss, one of my favorite actors to do these in movies, he plays a great asshole, but I would have wanted to kill him too. And it wasn't even just kill him; it was just a culmination of everything happening. When you're a black man in America and dealing with this shit, you be about to pop. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy within itself. Also, he's an ex army vet. So he's dealing with how he was treated along with other African Americans in the army. You're fighting to protect this country, and you get treated like a piece of shit. Yeah. We know about the dude in Virginia who just got pulled over in his army uniform. Yeah, so nothing's changed from then to now. Now, like I said, they have two daughters because they did have a son. The infant son was murdered. The older daughter was Ruby. And then they have a younger daughter, who's a great actress. Side note, whoever that little girl is, she's like the next Dakota Fanning. Her facial expressions and how she acts and carries herself is very mature for her age. The little girl can't be more than 6 or 7, but her facial expressions alone is a reason to maybe watch this. She did a real good job acting, but basically she has this spirit that's following her, or a demon called Mrs. Vera. And basically, it's a book she's reading. Mrs. Vera is supposed to be like a teacher, telling little girls, the correct things to do and the incorrect things to do. But they're being haunted. And later on in the season, episode 8 or 9, you'll see why they're being haunted. Because the land that they're on was cursed by two slaves. Now, it was a man and a woman. And long story short, because I couldn't even watch all this shit. God, it's just torture. They burned their eyes out with like coals, and the lady cursed them before they hung them upside down and set them on fire and murdered them. She cursed all those people and basically the land that was around there. So basically, moving forward in time, that same land, almost like an Indian burial ground, was cursed. And a lot of the stuff that's plaguing this family is the reason why. So for them overall, like I said, we had some good actors. The lady that plays the wife, that lady is beautiful. Oh my God, beautiful. Has nothing to do with the story. She is fine as one. But as far as them, these shows that are being made, I had to point out a couple of different things. Number one, who is this really for? I didn't really find it entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And you could take the black-white aspect out of it. I don't want to watch nobody getting raped. I don't want to watch no children being stuffed in pillowcases and killed. I'm not into that. I was talking to my relatives, shout out to Cece. She said, I'd rather watch Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers before I watch this, because this is some grotesque, really jacked up stuff. And I wonder, even the actors that they got to play this, I wonder how they sleep at night, because like that hatred that was like spewed on camera, you see these people facial expressing their chest, get out of my neighborhood, da 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 da, like that shit, like I don't even know if they really needed to. The hatred's real. You can feel it. And the whole thing is weird. And at the end, people got revenge and shot people and did what they needed to do. But they got this black dude in blackface who's acting like a Sambo, and he's just running around. What you gonna do? And talking all crap. I was like, we beyond all that. Who is this show really for? I've done reviews, and I've never not recommended something. But I recommend that you don't watch this. And if you do, you want to watch a historical piece, mixed with a little horror element, that's fine. But I've seen enough black plight. I can turn on the news and see it today. And I ain't even checked it. So please like and subscribe. If you want to check out them, definitely check it out. I won't be watching season 2. Barely got through this season. Yeah, peace.